comparison of two topics which you think as two, but when you study them, they are actually one. They are so symmetric. So today we are doing for the students of plus 2 and those who are preparing for their NEET and JEE. A very interesting topic. We are comparing two very important circuit elements. One called capacitors and the other called resistors, or you call it resistances. Right? This is from electrostatics. This is from current electricity. What do we know about capacitors? Capacitors are something which store charge. So, when I talk about capacitors, I will be talking about the parallel plate capacitors. Right? The parallel plate capacitors. So, but you can apply it to any other. How, if you remember how we started with it, we said the potential depends on the charge of the body, or vice versa, Q depends on the potential of the body. Right? When I combine these two, this equation, there should be a constant of proportionality. Now that constant of proportionality is called C. C for the capacitance. Right? Capacitance of the conductor or capacitance of a capacitor. Remember, this is what I say as Mool Mantra for capacitors. Q is equal to CV. But remember that in this particular formula, C is a constant. C says I do not depend on V and I do not depend on Q. You increase charge, maybe potential increases. C कहता है मेरी सेव पर कोई फर्क नहीं पड़ता. In this relationship, I am a constant. I am a variable otherwise. I do change, but how do I change? What do I depend on? I do not depend upon charge, I do not depend upon potential, but I depend on the geometry of the capacitor. What do you mean by geometry of the capacitor? C is, like for parallel plate, it is epsilon naught A by D. So capacitor says I change, but I depend on area of the plates of the capacitor. I depend on the distance between the plates of the capacitor, and I depend on the material between the two plates. So capacitance depends on the geometry of the capacitors and not on charge and potential. But what is the Mool Mantra? Again, Q is equal to C. Remember, C is a constant in this. Similar is the case here. In your current electricity, you have a resistance. So you say the current in a resistor depends on the potential applied, or the potential drop across a resistor depends on the current passing through it. Either way. So when I make this equation, there should be a constant of proportionality, and that here is called R. So remember, R is a constant called resistance. ये मूल मंत्र है रेजिस्टेंसेस के लिए. V is equal to IR. ये मूल मंत्र है, पर इसमें जो R है, that does not depend on V and it does not depend on I. आप करंट बढ़ाएंगे तो रेजिस्टेंस को कुछ नहीं होने वाला. आप पोटेंशियल बढ़ाएंगे तो भी रेजिस्टेंस को कुछ नहीं होने वाला. बोले अगर पोटेंशियल बढ़ता है तो करंट बढ़ जाएगा, करंट बढ़ता है तो पोटेंशियल बढ़ जाएगा. भैया मैं तो कांस्टेंट हूं. तो resistance G, are you always a constant? No, I am a constant in this relationship. Otherwise, I depend. Otherwise, I depend on what? I depend on the geometry of my resistor, of the wire, of whatever resistor you have. R is rho L by A. Just as capacitor depends on the geometry, the area, the distance between the plates, resistance also depends on the length and on the thickness of the wire and on the material of the wire. So please remember, दो मूल मंत्र. कैपेसिटर में Q is CV, उस रिलेशनशिप में C कांस्टेंट, रेजिस्टर में V is equal to RI, इसमें R कांस्टेंट, और दोनों resistance and capacitance, it depends on the geometry. Getting it? Next is we have to study the combination of capacitors, or in the next chapter we have to study the combination of resistors. On this there are based so many numericals that you have to solve. So basic understanding should be, when do you say capacitors are in series or when do you say resistors are in series? Right? Now understand one or two things in electricity. Whether it is capacitors or it is resistors, you have to understand one thing. In this, charge is conserved. In this, based on that, we say current is conserved. What do you mean by saying charge is conserved or current is conserved? In normal language, you will have to keep in your mind कि in the family of capacitors or in the family of resistors, कोई करंट नहीं खाता, कोई चार्ज नहीं खाता. किसी ने नहीं खाना है चार्ज, ना किसी ने करंट खाना है. If I enters, I leaves. If Q enters, Q leaves. Right? You cannot diminish charge or you cannot diminish current in any element. Whether it is a capacitor or it is a resistor or it is a battery, nobody consumes current. Current is conserved and similarly charge is conserved. So what is being consumed in their families? Now this is a family of battery and capacitors and resistors. So what is being cooked and what is being consumed? And who is cooking it and who is consuming it? So one thing is for sure, nobody is cooking current or charge and nobody is consuming current or charge. So what is being cooked? What is being cooked is the potential. Who is cooking it? The battery. So one person is cooking, that is the battery. वो बनाती है potential. Potential is basically the energy, the work done upon charge, right? So who is cooking the potential? Battery is cooking it. And then asking your charge, please carry this cooked material and supply it to these people. What does capacitor consume? Potential. What does resistor consume? Potential. What is tasty for them? Potential. Who is supplying them the tasty potential? The battery. Are they eating the supplier also? Are they eating the person who is carrying the supply? No. Current or charge is only a person who brings potential to them, delivers the potential कि ये लो भैया खा लो, and then current goes back to the battery. Current या charge carriers हैं, वो खाएंगे नहीं, ये लोग उनको खाएंगे नहीं, ये खाएंगे किसको? Potentials. Getting it? This is one point you should know in the whole electricity. क्या बनता है? Potential. क्या खाते हैं? Potential. तो धीरे धीरे क्या कम होता जाएगा? Potential. Current नहीं. Right? Now, when do you say capacitor is in series? When do you say resistor is in series? Now you see this. This is a capacitor having capacitance C1. They have a positive terminal and a negative terminal. It has a capacitance C1. The negative terminal of a capacitor is connected to the positive of the next and the next. See, between one capacitor and second capacitor, there is nothing, just a connecting wire. Similarly here, you have a resistor R1 and you have just a connecting wire and you have a resistor R2 and you have a resistor R3. There is no junction between the two. Junction means what? Junction means जैसे आपकी सड़क पे चौक होते हैं जहां से दो रोड्स हो जाती है सड़क या तीन रोड्स हो जाती है, उसको चौक कहते हैं. चौक इज द जंक्शन. तो इलेक्ट्रिसिटी के नेटवर्क्स में इसमें और इसमें दो चीजें इंपॉर्टेंट है. एक है बेंड इन द वायर, मोड, जहां कोई ऑप्शन नहीं है, देयर इज जस्ट वन बेंड, सो यू हैव टू बेंड. सो बेंड्स आर नॉट इंपॉर्टेंट, डोंट कंफ्यूज योरसेल्फ एट बेंड्स, बट जंक्शंस आर वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट. जहां से एक वायर के दो हो जाए या 2 वायर्स मिलके एक हो जाए या 3 वायर्स मिलके एक हो जाए, दैट्स वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट, दैट्स कॉल्ड जंक्शन. सो व्हेन डू यू से थिंग्स आर इन सीरीज? व्हेन इन बिटवीन देम देयर इज नो जंक्शन, कोई और वायर निकल नहीं रही है, देन यू कॉल दैट दे आर इन सीरीज. अब क्या होगा, यहां से चार्ज आया Q, मान लेते हैं फॉर द टाइम बीइंग व्हाइल इट इज बीइंग चार्ज, कॉन्टिन्यूसली चार्ज नहीं आता है. आप चाहो तो इस पे एरो ना लगाओ. सो इफ Q चार्ज इज सप्लाइड टू C1, this charge has high potential, this charge is bringing potential to you, right? So C1 will consume some potential and then the charge will come out. Charge nobody consumes, then this charge is given to this positive, this negative, again Q charge and again Q charge. This is the charge which is given to all of them. Why? Because they're in series. Charge has to carry potential to each one of the person. And there is only one road. एक ही रोड पर बैठे हैं तो सीरीज में. Here also, here you can show I current आया R1 के पास. I current comes and it asks R1, yeah, please allow me to go to the other side. R1 says no. How can I allow you? Spend something. I want to eat something. Give me something to eat, then you can go. Because you will have to suffer collisions in between. So I1 says, okay, I have a lot of what has been cooked? Potential. So I will give R1 some potential V1. R1 eats it, happy about it. V1 खत्म हो गया. I comes out now. करंट तो कोई नहीं खाता, but now this current will be at lower potential. उसका पोटेंशियल कम हो गया क्योंकि वो उनको खिला के आया. Then R2, I says मुझे जाने दो, let me cross. R2 says no, give me something to eat, I'm hungry, you will have to do work to cross. He says okay yaar, I have potential with me, please consume this and let me go. They are not interested in current, they are interested in potential. Now I comes out again, has to cross R3, same story, gives R3 V3 potential to consume and comes out. Now this current is at the highest potential, this current has a little lesser potential, again little lesser, and this will have least potential, but the current remains the same, right? Both are in series. Wherever in physics, in electricity you find series, means उनके बीच में से कोई और रोड नहीं निकल रही. There's a single road on which people are lying, no junction in between. That's called series. Now I don't want to go into details, but you should understand the formula. C series, if you have to find, current remains same, potential is divided. This one has V1 potential, this one needs V2, this one needs V3, right? So what will be the formula for C series? It is 1 over Cs. It's 1 over C1 plus 1 over C2 plus 1 over C3. And what is the formula for resistances? Resistances in series, R1 plus R2 plus R3. है दोनों सीरीज में, पर फॉर्मूला डिफरेंट हो गया. अब फॉर्मूला डिफरेंट हो गया तो देयर इज वन मोर थिंग दैट यू हैव टू अंडरस्टैंड. फ्रॉम दिस फॉर्मूला यू अंडरस्टैंड that whatever answer you get for series from this mathematics, ask the maths people, they will tell you that this C series will be lesser than the value of C1, C2, C3. So if you have to lower the capacitance, join them in series. And here if you ask maths people, they will tell you, oh my god, RS is R1 plus R2 plus R3, so that means RS is greater than any one of the resistances. So always remember, to decrease capacitance, where you want lesser capacitance, join the capacitors in series. Where you want to increase resistance, join the resistances in series. Getting it? Next you should understand what do you mean by capacitors in parallel or resistances in parallel. Parallel में remember, P for parallel, P for potential. So in parallel potential remains the same. What was same in series? It was charge was same. On this side, current was same. Now, P for parallel in both cases. In both cases, P for parallel, P for potential remains the same. Now, when you say they are in parallel, see, you have a positive and negative plate of C1, you have a positive and negative plate of C2, and you have a positive and negative plate of C3. And all the three plates are connected to one point A, and all the negative plates are connected to another point B. See, A and B are junctions. Can you see they are junctions? One road was coming, suddenly that road has divided into three. Chonk hai wo. That's a junction. That is very important. Now, when you call capacitor in parallel, please remember, it is not that when you come from here and you see three wires and you say, oh, look at them, the positive plates are connected to one point, they are in parallel. No. That is the biggest blunder children do. The positives should be connected to one point and the negatives should also be connected to one point. Only then they are in parallel. If one of the negative plate is connected to somebody else and then comes to B, then C1 is not in parallel with these two. The left hands at one point and the right hands also at one point, both of them. Only then you can say, see, this has potential VA, this has potential VB, this point. So what is the potential difference across C1? VA minus VB. What is potential difference across C2? VA minus VB. What is potential difference across C3? VA minus VB. So P for parallel, P for potential difference to be the same. Similarly, resistors in parallel, you have a resistance R1, you have a resistance R2 and you have a resistance R3. So when are they in parallel? Parallel means same potential. But in my language, what is, when you look at them, how do you see whether they are in parallel or not? Check their left hands and check their right hands. The terminals on both sides. The left terminals should be joining at a common junction. And simultaneously, the right hands should also join at the same point. Or at least they should be at the same potential. The left hands are the same potential, the right hands are the same potential. Then you call them as parallel. Now what will happen? See, अपना वही आएगा. Charge is coming, carrying potential. Now what will happen when charge comes on this road and suddenly reaches A? Now charge is confused. Oh my God, there are three roads. Where to go? It's a junction. So then maybe Q1 charge goes this side, Q2 goes this side, Q3 goes this side. But please remember, total will be same. Charge is always conserved. What will Q1 give to C1? Some potential V. What will Q2 give to C2? The same potential V, that is VA minus VB. All three will have same potential. But now the distributor is different. Right? Somebody is, Q1 is going to some house, Q2 is going to the other house, Q3 is given to the third house. Here, if I current is coming and it sees a junction, it will be divided. People are coming to distribute things to you. So what will happen? Some of them will go this way, some will go this way and some will go this way. But this will also eat V, this will also consume V, this will also consume V. So at the junction, please check. Number of people entering is equal to number of people leaving. So I is I1 plus I2 plus I3. Because even junctions don't consume charge or current. Nobody consumes charge or current. Getting it? Then please remember the Mool Mantra, the basic formula Q is equal to CV. From there you get capacitance in parallel as C1 plus C2 plus C3. And from here the Mool Mantra, V is equal to IR. Right? So you get 1 over R parallel is 1 over R1 plus 1 over R2 plus 1 over R3. Now they are the reciprocals and this is direct addition. Just in opposition to capacitors. So now you ask the maths walas, they will tell you कि if you have 3 capacitors C1, C2, C3 but you want the answer, you want a larger capacitance, please join them in series. In parallel. Capacitors in parallel give you the value higher than the individuals. Now remember this. Please remember this. C parallel is, the answer of C parallel is greater than C1, C2, C3. But here, if you want lesser resistance, what do? Join them in parallel. R parallel, the answer RP will be lesser than all the individual resistors. So please remember, you want larger value of capacitors, what do? Join them in parallel. You want larger value of resistance, join them in series. You want lesser value of capacitors, effectively you want their capacitance to be low, join them in series. You want effective resistance to be low, join them in parallel. So they are opposite to each other. Getting it? Good. Now that we've understood what is series and parallel, let's understand how to divide the various quantities, whichever they are. For example, in capacitors in series, suppose I have 2 capacitors in series. Now you know what is series. No junction in between, just a connecting wire. This is C1 and C2. Now, who is the provider? The source, potential V. And who's the consumer? C1 has potential V1 and C2 has potential drop V2. C1 consumes V1, C2 consumes V2, but of course, because they are in series, what remains the same? The charge remains the same. Now if somebody asks me, what is the potential across C1 or what is the potential across C2? How will I find out? The normal methodology is you first find the total charge by finding the net. First you find the net capacitance, then you find the net charge, and then you find the individual potentials. There's no need to do all such things. You just have to find V1, it will be a part of V. Sure? You want to find V2, it will be a part of V. But how much part? What part? Now see, the Mool Mantra. Q is CV. And in series, Q remains same. So if Q is constant, C and V have a relationship which is inverse. Remember, C and V have a relationship which is inverse. So for V1, what will it be? मेरा कितना potential होगा, मैं कितना खाऊंगा? That will depend on the other person's capacitance. The other person's capacitance over sum of capacitance. So now you can easily guess. If I ask you, बेटा C2 कितना potential खाएगा, तो तुम सोचोगे कोई direct रिश्ता तो है नहीं. तो ठीक है, ये कितना potential खाएगा वो depend करेगा the other person's capacitance over sum of capacitance. Simple. Done. Nothing to be calculated. Put the values, you get the answer. Similarly, if I have 2 resistances in series, R1 and R2, again, who provides? Anyone who provides what? क्या पकता है? Potential. क्या खाया जाता है? Potential. Right? So current तो कोई नहीं खाएगा. Series में current same, but this will have potential drop V1. This will have potential drop V2. Now somebody asks you, find out the potential. How will you find out the potential? You know potential will be a part of total. पर कितना part? कैसे calculate करें? कुछ नहीं. मूल मंत्र क्या है? V is equal to IR. Keep in your mind. Series में I constant है. तो माइंड में कहीं एक रिलेशनशिप रखिए कि पोटेंशियल इज डायरेक्टली प्रोपोर्शनल टू रेजिस्टेंस. यानी मेरा पोटेंशियल मेरी रेजिस्टेंस के साथ सीधा सीधा रिश्ता रखता है. सो व्हाट विल बी V1? हाउ मच इज द पोटेंशियल ड्रॉप? दैट इज मेरी resistance over sum of resistance into V, and V2 is मेरी resistance over sum of resistance into V. You get the answer. Remember, in capacitors, what is the potential? Series में potential बढ़ेगा, तो वही doubtful है कि कैसे ढूंढना है. So V1 is दूसरे की capacitance over total capacitance. V2 is दूसरे की capacitance over total capacitance. Here V1 is अपनी resistance over total resistance. V2 is अपनी resistance over total resistance. By total I mean the mathematical sum. Getting it? So this is how you find for 2. Let's find for 3. Or now if it is for 3, now you have 3 capacitors in series. What will you do? They have C1, C2, C3, right? And of course, the provider provides with V potential. Because they are in series, now you remember it. In series, charge remains same. But potential तो बढ़ के ही खाया होगा. कितना खाया? So now you understand how to find V1. अगर आप इसकी इफेक्टिव कैपेसिटेंस देखें ना बेटा, वो 1/C सीरीज आएगी. 1/C1 plus 1/C2 plus 1/C3. So CS will be how much? It will be C1, C2, C3. ये भी ढूंढ लो, ये भी आनी चाहिए. CS is C1, C2, C3 over C2, C3, C1, C3, C1, C2. यानी all the pairs and the product. So what about the potential? Learn it. Potential will be a part of total potential. But what part? फिर वही बात है. Potential is inversely proportional to C. भैया मेरा potential मेरी कैपेसिटेंस के साथ तो पड़ती नहीं, उसकी इनवर्स है. चलो अपने साथ नहीं पड़ती ना, बाकियों के साथ पड़ती होगी. So मेरा पोटेंशियल कितना आएगा? That will be C2, C3, the other two. One potential is C2, C3 over the sum of all the pairs that are possible. C1, C2, C2, C3, C3, C2. That is it. Direct putting, you get the answer. Right? What will be V2 then quickly? मेरा पोटेंशियल मेरी कैपेसिटेंस के साथ तो पड़ता नहीं भैया सीरीज में. So what? बाकियों के साथ पड़ता होगा. तो V2 कितना आएगा? C1, C3. नीचे सारे pairs. Anywhere you can apply this. What about V3? Again, a part of V. C1, C2. C1, C2 plus C2, C3 plus C3, C1. Getting it? Right? Now what about the resistances? The story for resistors, if there are 3 of them and the potential applied is V. R1, R2, R3. V1, V2, V3. What remains the same? Now you can repeat with me. What remains the same? Series. Current remains the same. तो करंट तो बटना ही नहीं, वो तो सेम है. बटेगा तो पोटेंशियल. कितना बटेगा भैया? V1 होगा तो V का ही कुछ पार्ट. और अगर करंट कांस्टेंट है तो माय पोटेंशियल इज डायरेक्टली प्रोपोर्शनल टू माय रेजिस्टेंस. राइट? सो देन यू कैन फाइंड इट आउट हियर. गेटिंग इट? हाउ विल फाइंड आउट? सो द वोल्टेज इन अ रेजिस्टर, हाउ मच इट विल बी? व्हाट इज द टोटल रेजिस्टेंस? सम ऑफ रेजिस्टेंस R1 plus R2 plus R3. नो पेयरिंग. वाई नो पेयरिंग मैम? उसमें तो पेयरिंग करी है, इसमें क्यों नहीं? अरे भाई वहां C सीरीज ऐसा आया था, यहाँ देखिए R सीरीज कैसा आता है. R1 plus R2 plus R3 है, तो इसमें कुछ कॉम्प्लिकेशन है ही नहीं. और मेरा पोटेंशियल मेरी रेजिस्टेंस पे डिपेंड करता है. सो V1 विल बी मेरी रेजिस्टेंस ओवर सम ऑफ रेजिस्टेंस. V2 will be मेरी resistance over sum of resistance. V3 will be, come on, yes, R3 over R1 plus R2 plus R3 into V. As simple as that. Directly you can find out the potentials of capacitors and the potentials in resistor for the parallel story. What to do in parallel? have capacitors in parallel, C1, C2, C3. Remember what? Q comes. What remains same? P for parallel, P for potential. So they all have same potential. Whatever is being supplied now, they will have the same potential difference. क्योंकि कोई और series में नहीं लगा. अगर इनके साथ something else was in series, then the potential would have been divided by that also. But here just three of them directly with the source. Now what has been distributed? Remember Q goes here as Q1, Q2, Q3, the positive plates and the negative plates. How to find Q1? Simple. Q1 है तो it will be a part of Q because charge gets distributed, right? How much? Now what remains same? Back to मूल मंत्र. What remains same? Potential is constant for all three. So if potential is constant, C, Q is directly proportional to C. तो मेरा charge मेरी कैपेसिटेंस पे डिपेंड करेगा, राइट? तो और वैसे भी Cp कितना आता है? सीधा सीधा एडिशन वाला होता है भैया Cp. तो मेरा चार्ज मेरी कैपेसिटेंस अपॉन टोटल कैपेसिटेंस. जैसे रेजिस्टेंस इन सीरीज का था वैसे कैपेसिटर्स इन पैरेलल का हो गया. Q2 C2 over sum, Q3 C3 over sum. See how repetitive it becomes. How repetitive it becomes because of the symmetry. Because of the symmetry. Once you understand both of them, you will never forget them. Similarly, now I have resistances in parallel. Let's say two of them in parallel. So there they come. If I have just two of them, R1 and R2 in parallel, what is divided? Or let's say what remains the same first. वो याद रहता है. P for parallel, P for potential is same. So what has been divided? Charge. That is current here, the moving charge. Current. I1 and I2. तो जो divide हो गया वो कैसे ढूंढे? Oh my God, that's a big problem. No, it's not. I1 will be a part of I. What part? Go to मूल मंत्र for the hint. What remains constant? V remains constant. तो मेरा I मेरे R से तो इनवर्स का रिश्ता हो गया. यानी मेरा I मेरे R पे डिपेंड नहीं करता. किस पे करता है? दूसरे पे. So it's दूसरे की रेजिस्टेंस ओवर टोटल रेजिस्टेंस. What will be I2? दूसरे की रेजिस्टेंस ओवर टोटल रेजिस्टेंस into I. This is what you do when you have two resistances in parallel. What about if I have three in parallel? What about if I have three in parallel? What will happen then? Now you remember the parallel formula of resistance. It is the reciprocal. 1 over Rp is 1 over R1 plus 1 over R2 plus 1 over R3. Just as I did for capacitance in series. So you get those pairings. R1, R2, R2, R3, R3, R1, all of them. Right? Now, मेरा I दूसरों की रेजिस्टेंस पे डिपेंड करता है क्योंकि मेरा अपना तो I इनवर्स ऑफ R हो जाता है पैरेलल में. तो I1 कितना होगा? मेरा करंट कितना होगा? बाकी दो से पूछो. ओवर ऑल द पेयर्स. पार्ट ऑफ I. I2 कितना होगा? पार्ट ऑफ I. पर 2 से पूछो भाई आप में करंट कितना होगा? क्या मेरी करंट से इनवर्स की रिश्तेदारी है मैम? दूसरों से पूछो, मैं नहीं बताऊंगा. तो ठीक है, R1 R3 से पूछ लेते हैं. Simple, just as you had capacitors in series, right? Similar is here. I3 पूछा भैया, R3 से पूछा भैया R3 कितना? बोला पैरेलल में. मेरी नहीं पड़ती मैम, मेरा इनवर्स का रिश्ता है. बाकियों से पूछ लो. So I3 will be R1 R2. नीचे सारे पेयर्स. I bet if you write them for once, you will never forget them. It's as simple as that. Finding the charges when they are divided or finding the currents when they are divided. That is just the game. That's all for today. So I hope you will now